I don't know.
I mean, in some ways, I think lately, mostly in negative ways.
I was like, were we just like, aren't they like notorious for the fact that it's been like 20 years and the games have the exact same structure still? Like,
well, in some ways they don't, but I know
in some ways they don't, but I don't know. You know, I feel like Game Freak is. I definitely do think Game Freak.
Definitely, the games have had a reputation for a long time of being like having a very strict formula.
I was gonna say, I think Game Freak loves their formula. Like,
yes,
I don't think that they're averse to trying new things. I think they have tried new things.
Yeah,
but I also think that they have found their formula and they love it and they will stick to it because it makes $1 billion.
I mean, mostly, but also it's one of those things where like, you know, it probably doesn't help that whenever they do something different, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Like, I think that Scarlet and Violet are a pretty big diversion from the formula in a lot of ways.
It's true. Yeah, no, it's
true. And that doesn't work for me, personally. But I also think sometimes they'll change it up in a way that I think is mostly kind of neutral. And, like, people were pissed about, like, Trials and Totem Pokemon and stuff. Like, people hated that.
I really liked the Trials and the Totem Pokemon.
I did too. I thought they were pretty good.
I thought that was a neat. I thought it was neat to have like gyms be more like puzzle oriented, outside of just the building, and then also to have like, I guess gyms have always had puzzles, but you know what I mean. Not like a simple block puzzle, but like make a soup. What's wrong with this picture? And then, but to also have like boss Pokemon. I
think they're fun. I think it was a nice change of pace, and I really liked the,
oh my God.
Like, I thought the game had really good boss fights and stuff.
Some of them are really hard.
But anyway, and if you have a problem with the structure of those games, it's fine. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect necessarily, but also I'm saying that, like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, every time they make a change to the formula, it's like half of the fan base gets weirdly upset about it. You gotta charge it longer, I think. And but then the other half of the fan base is like, the games haven't changed in 20 years. What are they doing?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I kind of understand why they don't change a lot, because when they do change it, it changes in a way that half of the fan base doesn't want.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, why don't we just keep doing the thing that everybody is mostly fine with?
You know what I think is kind
of... And then do, like, some weird side games and stuff.
You know what I think is kind of interesting, that I do think it's a point that these guys brought up that I think is worth talking about, is that what is, like, a Legends game, right?
I don't know yet,
because we only have the one, and one...
I think this is when we find out.
One is not a pattern. So...
No.
I think this is where we find out, is Legends this formula, or is Legends we do whatever we want?
I'm really hoping it's the second thing.
Yeah.
Because I like Legends Arceus moderately. I thought it was sometimes very good and mostly kind of boring.
I'm in a weird spot where I kind of agree, but then I also think Legends Arceus was probably my favorite Pokemon game on the Switch, which might say more about maybe the output on the Switch than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I never finished Let's Go. I thought Let's Go was fine from what I played.
Let's Go's biggest thing for me is just the fact that there's, and I guess Arceus does this as well, but it's a little bit less distracting in Arceus, because its battle system is different and not great. But Let's Go has like no abilities or held items, which is really weird to me.
It's just something they've been doing with the side games. Like, there's one of the things I do not really like about a lot of the modern Pokemon games is it feels like there's really a shift away from, like, the games being about battling and towards, like, they're about catching Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
I want to battle.
The battling is fun. I'm here to play a turn-based RPG. Thank you.
Especially when, like, in some of the best, I think the best moments in both Scarlet Violet and Legends Arceus were the battles. In particular, the endgame battles for both of them, I thought were really good.
I don't feel strongly about any of the battles in Legends Arceus except for Volo, which is the single best fight in any Pokemon game.
To be fair, Ellie, Volo is also like 20% of the battles in that game, because there's only like 5 battles.
That's part of the problem. I thought Scarlet and Violet had enough battles. I thought it was like, I feel like it had more trainers than, at least I felt like I was encountering trainers more frequently than I was in Gen 8, which was one of my issues with Sword and Shield, is I felt like they were very trainer battle light, because there were no trainers in the wild areas for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
And I thought that the battles throughout Scarlet Violet were pretty much all good.
Yeah, you just had because the game was open like that, you had to go up and initiate the battle yourself, which meant that it was very easy for people to just not do battles.
Yeah, which I think is honestly fine. Like, one of my issues with Sword and Shield is there were no battles in the wild area, and I feel like I spent a lot of time in the wild area, and the routes were really tiny, and there weren't that many fights on them. So there just weren't that many battles in the game, it felt like to me. Whereas with Scarlet Violet, since it was all overworld, there were battles everywhere. Like, I was doing all the battles, so I felt like I was getting to do a lot of battles. So I think it's kind of a happy middle ground, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, make more of the fights optional, I guess. Sure. It's like the same way I feel like I think some of the better ideas in Scarlet Violet were like, sure, if you want to, give me the ability to have my Pokemon just like grind themselves in the overworld. Like, that's fine. Or let me like quick battle stuff to try and catch them. Like, it's okay, as long as I have the option to do it in the other way too. You had one more guy to grab out.
One more Gala guy, I didn't get him. That's a hard one.
Pac-Man was absorbed into the blue orb and taken to Joe's wretched machine.
Ugh, Joe.
Joe, come on now.
Joe, please.
Please.
I just mashed through this now.
I would have been doing that the whole time, brother.
I have so many lives. What the fuck is 3 extra lives gonna get me? And watch, it's like, wow, I fucked up the whole time. Boom. No score, 4 up. Great.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. Here's your lives.
Toc-Man, we gotta go. We're gonna kill you.
We've been talking about fucking Pokemon for a while.
Sorry.
Like the last 2 episodes about Pokemon.
Guys, no more Pokemon talk.
Creepy catacombs. It's creepy.
I'll talk about Fortnite instead.
Guys, you see Fortnite is coming to Fortnite?
Guys, they've announced a new Fortnite mode. It's called Fortnite.
It's called Fortnite Plus.
It's called Fortnite. They allow you to play Fortnite.
In Fortnite.
It's like Fortnite, guys.
Oh.
But it's like you're a Fortnite character in a little Fortnite house. And the game is like in an over-the-shoulder perspective, and you're sitting at a computer playing Fortnite on a computer as like a Fortnite guy.
This would give me a panic attack if I saw this in real life.
It's like it's like Fortnite meta. Jonesy sitting at a computer playing Fortnite.
It's too meta.
And you're controlling but instead of controlling the game directly, you're like controlling the movement of his hands on the keyboard. And it's like really difficult to play and really disorienting.
Oh my god.
Pac-Man killed that guy. Pac-Man, what are you doing?
This is the second. I guess it's because Pac-Man's main enemies are ghosts. But I was like, the Pac-Man World 2 also ended in a level that was kind of like a spooky aesthetic. Mm-hmm. But I guess, yeah, it's because his main enemies are ghosts.
Ghosts, and they're like, where would the ghosts from Pac-Man live? And they're like, I don't fucking know, on a scary-ass island.
Scary cemetery.
Bad cemetery, scary.
Cemetery. It's no good. Oh, look, that's Toc-Man's insignia.
Toc-Man.
That's how you know you're in the domain of Toc-Man. Toc-Man's cruel domain. His cruel universe.
That's how you know you're in Toc-Man. In Toc-Man's domain.
Shut up. You're a fucking hater. You're a goddamn hater. Get over yourself. Guys, here's my impression of Ellie. I'm so funny. I'm so much more cleverer than Al.
Toc-Man's cruel universe.
Shut up.
Guys, I think we're tired today. I think we're a little tired. It's okay, Al.
Ugh. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
We should do... Yeah, that's fucked up, by the way.
I don't have to. I'm choosing to.
For money?
For monies. I was gonna... when I messaged you earlier, I was like, I'm gonna pick up food before I go home. I decided against that because instead I'm going to get food on my way home. I'm gonna stop and get lunch on my way home. Treat myself to a nice little lunch as a reward for working. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm gonna go home and probably play Final Fantasy all day.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch Survivor.
That's true. We're gonna finish Survivor China.
We're gonna finish Survivor China, baby.
Very exciting. We'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay.
Yeah. If you guys are curious, I was like, why does this look so weird? I haven't zoomed out yet.
Fucking. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's technically been spring break for me, but I'm so behind on schoolwork and like job hunting stuff that I just have like basically worked every waking hour every day all week. So
that sucks.
And I'm going on a trip next week, so I just like
hell yeah. I
need to pack and stuff tomorrow. Well, it's gonna be more networking and stuff and the
still.
So I'm mostly just stressed about it.
It's something different though, you know?
Yeah, so I'm hoping, I'm honestly still behind on work, and I could probably polish my resume and stuff a bit, but I think I really need to just fully take tomorrow off.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely, like, school has been so busy this past, like, semester and a half that I don't think I've taken, outside of, like, maybe a week and a half over winter break, I don't know if I've taken a full day off of schoolwork.
You are so close to the fucking finish line though, girl.
I know, man. I am like completely burnt out at this point. Like I am the most burnt out that I've ever been.
You are so close.
And I don't normally burn out. So I guess it turns out my burnout tolerance is just very high, and what it took was like 18 consecutive years of going to school.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I've been out of school for how long have I been out of school now? I've been out of school for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
You know what fucked me up earlier was that Twitter was like, celebrate your anniversary. And apparently I made the Cobra account 10 years ago.
Crazy.
Which is fucked up to me. Granted, I didn't start using it for about 6 months after making it.
Yeah, like I think my Twitter account is technically from like 2013, but
after
I don't think I started using it until like 2015.
After I started using it, it was not long until I made like friends with people I am still friends with right now.
Yeah.
Like, I've almost known Jared a decade.
Yeah. Yes.
Like fucking 10 years ago, we were watching Sailor Moon. Like, what the fuck?
Sailor Moon.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Time is fucked.
I refuse to think about the passage of time. I'm gonna allow myself to think about the passage of time when I'm employed.
That's fair.
And then I'll be like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.